Alright guys, we're back here on the channel and we finally have the patch notes for the two characters, the new King, which is aka my favorite unit in the game as of right now, and Grey Demon Hendrickson. So if you guys been here on the channel since the anniversary, you guys would know that these two units are the ones I've actually wanted to drop for the anniversary, especially Grey Demon Hendrickson. I wanted him and Berserk Meliodas to drop. Or if it wasn't them, I wanted this King with a Guardian to drop. So yeah, we finally got them. So we're gonna go over what they do now. So King, Small Wings King, nullifies the cleansing effect on recovery skills on enemies with 2 or more poison, bleed, shock, corrosion effects. So if they have poison, bleed, shock, or corrosion, if they have 2 of it, I assume. So if they have 2 of it, then basically they will no longer have this cleanse, and this works because the Hendrickson actually has it, and we'll go over it, right? If there are, and then his second part of this, if there are 3 or more debuffs on him, right, or on an enemy, further decreases the enemy's ultimate move gauge by 1 orb at the end of every turn. So if they have 3 ultimate gauge, they'll never get an ult. That's legit it. Because at the end of every turn they lose it. So if you try to rush out, they will lose it. Legit. If you put 3 debuffs on them, they will lose it, and they can't cleanse it away. So, and a lot of these poison, like bleed, shock stuff, stay for a while. 4 turns. Stop it. His first skill, it inflicts damage equal to 450% of an attack on enemy, and then releases 130% of the damage over time. Shock, poison, and bleed damage. Right, so release deals a percentage of the leftover damage over time debuff damage as an additional damage. So Mikasa is always like the best option, or like the best character for me to go to when it comes to this topic. Basically, what they're saying is King will legit hit for his 450, right? Right, he will hit for his 450, but if they have bleed on him, let's say they have bleed, and let me open up somebody who does poison. 1 second, let me find out somebody who does poison, right? For the people that don't understand how this works, because I know a lot of people don't understand, right? If we go, okay, here, perfect. Here, so basically, what his hello? Oh, basically, what this means is he will do his 450% of damage, right? But if they have a debuff, let's say bleed, not 80%, because bleed is 80%, will be added onto the card. So that would go from 450, this is a rank 3 of course, 450 to 530, right? And then if they also have poison, let's say they also have poison, that would get added too. So it would go from 530 to 580, right? It basically, how much ever debuffs they have from poison, shock, or bleed is going to be the amount of extra damage added onto the card. That's legit how they should have said it. Makes it more easier. Whatever. His second skill, and he has very nice animations. His second skill inflicts damage equal to 205% of attack on all enemies, poison all enemies, and then he poisons for 3 turns. So he poisons himself for 3 turns. So that's pretty good, right? Poison additional, what, of 60%. Oh, they upgraded it. I forgot. They upgraded these debuffs. They did upgrade these debuffs. So I think bleed now goes from 80 to 90%. I don't remember. We'll see. And then his ultimate, Trident Tempest, inflicts damage equal to 300% of an attack on all enemies. Yes, it is an AoE. And then applies Abyss effect on the hero and receives 50% less damage for 2 turns. So for 2 turns, he's going to take basically half of the damage you do. He's going to, for 2 turns, he's going to take half the damage, right? And Abyss is inflicts 30% of damage dealt with the ult on the enemy at the start of the enemy's turn. So basically, every turn, right? Every turn, he will. Sorry, that was my switch. Every turn, or at the start of every turn, they will take 30% extra damage. It's like another debuff, right? Then at rank 6 or at level 6, it's the same thing, right? The multiplier is now 450 and 50% still, and inflicts 60%. So I assume it goes up by 5. But yeah, he's very good. Wait, but I swear I heard something about them saying Oh yeah, basically it counters Goddess Ellie's revive, because when they revive, right, when you kill someone in the revive, the next turn they will die basically again if you have dupes. Or he's good without dupes, but yeah. Now, Great Demon Hendrickson. This is why this unit right here works perfectly with this unit. Because look, so its passive increases damage of allies debuff attack skills by 50. So anybody on your team who has a debuff attacking skill, like Gulther's AoE, his attack ceiling, he'll get 50% extra damage. King, his poison skill, 50% extra damage. Release, 50% extra damage. Right? Basically. Release is a debuff, right? What does release do? No, it's not a I think it's a debuff. I don't remember. I watched the PvP, but I don't remember if it was like a box or whatever. His first skill, Dark Nebula. You know we've been waiting for this. Inflicts damage equal to 215% of an attack on all enemies, right? Shocks for 4 turns. That's a shock right there. That's a poison right there. Right there, turn 1. Turn 1, just with poison and shock, you remove all their... They can't cleanse. Just using those two, they can't cleanse right away. Alright? Second skill, Dark Snow, inflicts damage equal to 190% of an attack on all enemies, makes target bleed. That's bleed, shock, and poison, right? That's bleed, shock, and poison. That makes 3, which means they can't get an ultimate gauge for minimum 3 turns, right? Because this is for 4 turns, 2 turns, so minimum 2 turns. So for minimum 2 turns, they cannot use, they can't get ult gauge. Or they could get ult gauge, but they can't use the ult, because every time they would get ult, the ult would remove. The ult gauge would remove, so they can't get ult. Right? Then his his ultimate inflicts weak point damage equal to 385% of the attack on one hero. Right? Weak point is times 3. So not only that, like, he is very good. He's an AoE unit, right? But it's like a single hit AoE, so he's not really that good for farming. He's decent, like he's gonna definitely help you for farming, obviously, but you still stick to Hauser, right? So he's a free unit as well. This is a free unit, so once you pull your king, put them on a team together, they can't get ult. This is why he's so nasty, because, hey, check it out, Hendrickson, King, Easton. Hey, I'm here first. I'm here for it. But I'm not on JP. I'm not summoning for this, guys, so don't expect a summoning video. I am super hype. I am gonna save my gems for when this comes out on global, because this is toxic. This is beyond toxic. This is beyond crazy. It's about time. I mean, King has always been like one of the best units, but it's about time they show the Guardians' power. Hey, you know Grand Cross Database has... Look at their logo. Look at their logo. That's the Guardian. But yeah, I'm Zeokus. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I'm out. Later. Peace.